Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for your continued support and always taking out time to watch my videos. And if this is your first time, my name is obviously Insongra Willie, and I am an international student in France and I'm doing my master's degree here. I share content on master's application, my life here as an international student. I do vlog and share other useful content. So if these are the kind of things that you have interest in, please kindly subscribe, share my videos, like them to show me your support, okay? Thank you. Anyways, in this video we are going to be speaking on internships. So because for both of us it's mandatory that we do internship for our courses, so we're just going to be sharing our experiences on getting internship. By the way, the internship is always needed in the M2 if you're doing an M2 program, or if your master's is the 1-year master's. But there's a master's that you need to do like maybe a lab work, but it's still a similar process because you have to do interviews. So this will help you either, no matter the field you are in, engineering, business, or whatever field, it's always the same process that you go through. So make sure to watch this video to the end. And with me here is actually Tiwalade. She said I don't know how to pronounce her name, but I hope I did it right. So with me is my friend Tiwalade. We are doing a master's together, but in different fields, but still engineering. So we are just going to share our experiences towards finding internship as a student, not speaking French in France. So we're going to share with you our struggles, and make sure you watch to the end. Alright, so the first thing we'll be speaking on is where to search. Where do you find opportunities?
Yeah, LinkedIn number one. I think we have I think most schools generally have like job forums. So our school has this job teaser, that was called, yeah. So we have job teaser. So usually on job teaser you can search for internships. Different companies that partner with your school will be there, and you can filter out the information you want, whether you want English speaking, this amount of months, what you want your internship to be focused on, what area your internship to. Yeah, job teaser. And for us, I think job teaser on the school forum, and also LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very important. I think everybody applies on. It's very, very important.
Yeah, and it's also the same to me. So make sure like your LinkedIn, it's always like number one. So I know sometimes I'll just be applying, especially when it's like in easy application, just like click send. So it's always one of the number one platform where you can apply, and then the school forum too, because it's the same. And then for most schools, they normally organize this job fair. So during the job fair, you should also prepare. You always have companies that do come, and I think that's one thing I like about schools in France. They have a lot of relationships with a lot of industries and companies, so they'll always bring them to come to the school, and you have you meet them to see if their proposition fits what you are looking out for. And then also, even apart from the school forum and so on, there are some schools that they have administrative and they're responsible for internship, so they always send you email. So but I think it's also good because you always find opportunities. There may be some company that just sends them a proposition, like, oh, we're looking for students in case this is the proposition, they just send us this email and blah 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 and so on. So that's another way that you can always get internships in France. So
just like what you said, like for us as well, because we are engineers. My school is like very engineering, so a lot of our lecturers and researchers in our school always have industrial contacts. So most of them, they can have like offers in their lab or in the companies that they partner with. So they share a lot of their offers, and they share with you. Some of them you have to approach them and say, oh, I like what you're doing, I want to work in your field or whatever. Do you have any offer for me? So I think generally your network would help you as getting an internship, or searching for an internship.
Searching for an internship.
Searching for an internship, not getting
the opportunities.
See what you want and how you to go about it.
Okay, so the second thing we speaking on is the CV and the cover letter. So the French CV.
French CV is completely different from Nigerian CV. They ask for pictures. French CV is like, I think I did my CV on Canva, so that should tell you that my CV looks pretty. Like it's not like overly colorful and everything, but it should look like presentable and attractive.
And must be one page.
Yeah, and it should be one page. And they said that French people like seeing your picture, so that they know they don't want to just be looking at a piece of paper. They want to like give a face to the portfolio. So it has pictures and cover letters. I wrote a lot of cover letters. Wrote a lot of cover letters, but what I did was I had a template of cover letters, so I was changing it depending on where I was applying to, what I was applying for. And did you guys have this like employment opportunity where people from that have worked for like over 30 years in the industry, or HR personnel come and
help with
they come and check your CVs and check your cover letters? They do it was like a course they taught us.
Yeah, for us it was actually the second semester. So because like for our master thesis it's like a course on its own. So the lecturer actually like took us through the process. Oh yeah, submit your CV or submit your cover letter. I want to see what is on it. Or how do you write it? How? And I think that also really helps because they kind of give you the tips. Okay, this is what recruiters like to see in the CV. This is what they like to see in the cover letters. And I think it's one thing that I like about the French school. I don't know if they do it in other places. At least in Nigeria, we were looking for internship. Nobody said. So I think that's another thing. They really help and in looking at the cover letters. But I think generally, naturally, me as a person, I don't like cover letters. Like, to be honest, if I see a job like or trend on LinkedIn and they ask me for cover letter, I'm like, it's not for me. Sorry.
Most of them don't even look at it, to be honest.
This is not for me. I'm leaving you. But there's also some that even after you upload your CV, they still tell you to fill again. Like, come on, why did they ask for the CV? And she asked me to fill it again. But I think I always like the one they just say, okay, write something to the recruiting manager. Say, I am this, I need the job, I'm looking for this. Now I think it's easier. I don't need to start arranging it and so on and so forth. But for most ones I applied, I actually did not really need to write a cover letter. But there's always someone to help you, because even in the school you can always apply on that job teaser too. Like you can always put in your CV and put in your cover letter, and they help to review it for you. You can even put your LinkedIn the link to your LinkedIn page, and they still go to your LinkedIn to help you review your LinkedIn, like, oh, remove this thing, this is not helping, or this picture is not nice, this is blah blah blah, and so on. And I think that really helped in your preparation. So really try to know your school administrative arm that's responsible for that. And I think they have it in all the French schools, because almost all the French people I have, there's always someone responsible for them getting internship or looking out for their CVs and so on. But you know that at the end of the year, you shall find internship. Okay, so that's it for the CV and cover letter. Just so you have support system for it. And so the next thing is the application stage for the internship.
I don't think it was. I think most of them were pretty straightforward. You go to, if it was on the school forum, the job teaser, you just click and if you can apply to job teaser, you click and apply. They send your CVs. They ask you to write a message. Then most of them, if you go to they redirect you to the job website, and that one, some of them just ask you to submit your CV and your information, cover letter, and if you have one. Some of them you have to fill a lot of documents. I have some of them that I still today I didn't fill them because I kind of stressful. But yeah, so most of them is like very straightforward. Submit your CV. And that's all. They don't really ask so much on the application. So.
And there are also some of the jobs that maybe they'll list like the application stage. Okay, we'll have this. Anyways, I'm going to talk more about the interview stage in the next point. So that leads us to the interview. So in the interview, what did you say about that?
Some of them, I think the first interview, like very first interview I had for my internship was a phone interview, and she just called me like, oh, I saw your application, why do you want to? And I didn't even expect the interview to be I didn't expect it to be an interview. She just called me and started asking me questions like, why do you want to? I had applied like 2-3 weeks ago, and I completely remember all of this. But yeah, it was a train wreck of an interview, because she just asked me a few questions like, why are you applying? What can you tell me about this role? Tell me about yourself, blah blah blah. And I was in the middle of a class, and I was like, what is all this? I didn't prepare.
Is it okay with you? Yeah, I think that's one thing I don't like about it. Seriously, that's random. Call interviews.
It's very random. But that was the only phone interview I had. No, 2 actually. I had 2, but the second one I told her that this is not a good time. Can we schedule another time? And I was able to schedule another one. But most of my other interviews are video interviews, and I don't speak French very well, so most of them, I think I've done 5. I did 5 interviews when I was searching for internship, and out of the 5 of them, I think only one or two that were in French. One of them, I told them that I am not very good like in my speaking, but they spoke French to me just so that they knew that I could understand French and I could respond in English. They said that they didn't have a problem with me responding in English since I wasn't going to be working with a lot of French locals. So as long as I could understand the team members, and when they spoke to me in French and I responded in English, then. And also, I think another thing you should take note of is, for me, I was literally focusing on applying to international companies. So most of them, obviously, they have people that speak English or in their team and all that. So most of my interviews were in English. I think it's just one that after the whole interview in English, he just asked me a few questions in French just to be sure that I understood what he was saying. So yeah.
Yeah, so I think most times it could either be a video interview or audio interview, but I think majorly it's always video interview. Like in major companies, there's always video interview. For me, the first call I received was actually, okay, apart from the normal emails, they send you, okay, we like your profile, can we meet you? And sometimes they tell you a video interview or a call interview. They let you know, but that's some they'll just call you and they let you know, okay, we like your profile and would like to schedule an interview. When will you be free for the interview? It's going to be a video interview, and then they check up with you in case of your schedule. I think I like that one. But there was ones that also got, and that woman, while I was cooking, just called me and started speaking. And you know they speak very fast French. So I just HR, maybe because they have a lot of persons to speak to. I think just like me when I'm speaking English, I speak very fast too. So even bonjour, I'm like, what's happening? I'm like, I know this French, but madam, the way they speak, calm down. Please calm down. So that's how it was. Seriously, I think she mentioned the name of the company that I applied for this position in this company. I'm like, I don't know that company, but I'm sure I applied, but I can't relate. Like, instead of asking me, okay, so why are you interested? I was lost. I was like, guy, I did not prepare for this. I'm cooking right now. Can we do this again? She just ended the call me. I was like, I'm sure not going to call you back because I never get the name of the company. Like, you applied for a lot of internships. How many did you apply? Did you count?
I think I lost count after like 20. No, I applied for a lot.
Me, I was actually, because I really wanted to like know how many I applied and like to share. Okay, this is what I applied on. This is how many I got finally. So I think I applied for over 60 something.
I had a spreadsheet as well. I had a spreadsheet of those that were following up, the rejection I got, the ones that I had passed interviews. Also, I applied for about 30, 40 something in
But in school, my professor that was in charge of the internship was like, hey, just apply for 5 and 10 and then you wait to receive. And I felt like I understood where it was coming from because I had some persons at the end of the day that I'm thinking, oh, which one should I go to? Which one should I go with? And you have to now think and so on. But my own, I was like, guy, as I'm doing this, I don't want to, like, to be honest, at the beginning, I already knew that I don't want to have interviews in French.
Yes.
Like, I was not prepared for it because I was like, oh, right now, I'm my aim to, and I have most of my courses in English. I don't think I have the strength to be doing things in French and so on right now to start practicing.
Having a basic conversation is different from when they're asking you technical questions in French and you'll be lost. You will know the answer, but you don't know it in French. So
I was just like, I don't know if I would be prepared for the random outside the box question that they will ask me. That naturally, if they ask me in English, I will know what to answer. I will know how to express myself more better than when I'm practicing in French. So, but it's okay, you can always practice in French and just, because I knew friends, I knew my classmates that before they came to France, they've already like started practicing to study in France and they've learned their French already. So those ones, they made up their mind they're coming to France. Me, not just money bring me call here. Just because I saw the scholarship, that's why I came to France. So I not like already prepared to like come to France. So I've not had that basic thing. So I not just want to like pressure myself to prepare for interviews in French. Although I had one interview in French. I had one with one company and I actually did not know if they'll do it in French or not. I was not expecting it because normally, in the description they're telling we need fluency in English and blah blah blah, and even though the writer is in French, so in my mind I think okay, maybe they'll do it in English now. So I did not ask what's going to be the language of
the
interview is going to be in French and English, and that really like I was shocked. So but I think that one we just did it in French and I told them okay, I'll answer in just the same thing like you did. So I think that is it for the stages. But anyways, for the interview details, like in terms of sharing the question, we are going to do that in another video. So make sure you have subscribed to this channel, make sure you like this video, make sure you share this video, and thank you for watching up to this point. That brings us to the end of this video. See you in the next one for the interview questions and possible answers. Okay, bye.